everyone, Jeremy here from CyberPowerPC. We know that gaming enthusiasts like the idea of committing to a spec'd out build and jumping right into gaming. However, it can be tough trying to find the right components or shopping online for the right build that best fits your needs. Good thing is that we've partnered with Best Buy to bring gaming to the masses. Now it's as easy as going to the store and picking up a professionally built PC. This is the Gamer Master PC powered by AMD. So the case we have here is the Phantix P418R. In front, you can see that we have an included mesh design where we have, of course, the two fans in the front. We have a tempered glass side panel so you can get a nice look inside with the RGB that you have. We have our front I/O with, of course, the power button, two USB 3.0s, your 3.5mm jacks for your headphones and your microphone. And then we have two buttons here for your RGB on the case. You can also see that on the side of the case, we have an RGB strip that goes along the tempered glass, and that also changes with the fans. So we have 4 different mode buttons. You have like a cycling, a static, a breathing, and an RGB. And then you also have another button that's right next to it to change the colors of the fans. So you can go all the way through RGB colors. So on the back, we have our back I/O with your USB 3.0, your Ethernet, and other 3.5mm jacks, as well as your GPU I/O for your HDMI and DisplayPort cables. As I mentioned before, the core components are AMD. So for the CPU, we have the Ryzen 5 3600, and for the GPU, we have the Radeon 5500 XT. The Ryzen 5 is a part of AMD's mid-range lineup, offering a decent price without cutting back on quality. It has 6 cores and 12 threads with a base clock speed of 3.6 GHz and a boost of 4.2. Another thing to note is that this CPU does not offer integrated graphics, so when you plug in your HDMI, do not plug it into the back I/O that's connected to the motherboard, plug it into your graphics card. This CPU supports a memory type of DDR4 and up to 3200 MHz, but more on that later. Now on to the GPU, which is the Radeon 5500 XT. This card does in fact support 4K gaming via the HDMI capped at 60 FPS, and there are also 3 display ports that allow you to connect multiple monitors if available. Beyond connectivity, some of the more interesting things about this GPU is that it has GDDR6 memory that allows for higher bandwidth and up to 224 GB per second. AMD's RDNA promises to reduce latency by providing new compute units to handle processes such as visual effects. Additionally, AMD has included Radeon image sharpening tech that allows for upscaling of images while still making them crisp. To round out the build, it's worth mentioning that we have over 1 TB of storage that includes a 240 gig SSD and a 1 TB hard drive. On top of that, we have a Cooler Master AM4 CPU cooler and 8 gigs of memory at 3000 MHz. Keep in mind, the motherboard has 4 slots, and the CPU that is included supports RAM speeds of up to 3200 MHz. We do have builds that come with more RAM, up to 64 gigs, so on and so forth. But to see how 8 gigs of RAM affects gameplay performance, you can check out our video. With this rig, you're getting quality components and pricing yourself into a decent mid-range build. This is all with the convenience of being able to order at your local Best Buy store to see for yourself how great of a build this is. Feel free to shop at your